Hi, Melanie Beckler here. In this video, we are going to look at the 3 types of channeling in an effort to clear up some confusion and also help you to realize whether or not you've actually been channeling at those times when you tune into inspiration. So I do feel like there's a bit of confusion when it comes to channeling because there are different types of channeling. And so you may often hear someone say, oh yeah, I channeled that, or I channel my YouTube videos. And honestly, in many senses on this YouTube channel, I am using one of the types of channeling, which is essentially flowing inspiration and flowing intuition while being fully present, fully conscious, and sort of moving in and out of talking and channeling. Whereas the meditations and angel messages I post on the channel are another type of channeling. So let's clear this up. The 3 types of channeling. Number 1 is intuitive channeling. This is also sometimes called clairvoyant channeling. This is where you're present, you're conscious, and yet you are receiving through thought forms guidance from spirit. And those thought forms, those messages, that divine guidance can flow through you with or without your conscious awareness. When I was first opening to channeling, I found that when I was talking to people in certain situations, I would just start flowing. I would just have guidance that comes through. This can also be called talk channeling because you're there, you're just talking, and yet your spirit guides, your angels, your higher self are speaking to you, and that guidance can flow through you through the words you're speaking. So intuitive channeling is very common, and it's something that many people are opening to without even realizing it. If you guys are interested in this, leave a quick yes or no comment below. If you'd like me to do a video with signs you are actually intuitively channeling without realizing it. This brings us to the 2nd type of channeling, which is what I call conscious channeling. It could also be called light trance channeling. This is how I channel. When I channel the archangels, the council of light, my guides and angels, I go in deliberately and consciously call in a guide, a team of guides or angels of the highest Christed light. I then focus on my heart, my 3rd eye and crown, and allow my consciousness to become very present, very relaxed, and very receptive. My consciousness remains fully present in observer mode, observing the situation and observing when a guide or angel comes in. Through that observation, I then am able to receive the frequency and guidance of the higher dimensional light being, the higher Christed light being in spirit, speaking that guidance through one word at a time, while also channeling frequency through my heart, hands, and an ascension pillar, central pillar of light. So conscious channeling, light trance channeling is where I become fully conscious, and yet I'm still in my life stream, simply stepping aside in order to allow the main conscious stream from the guide or angel to flow through. Now, this differs a bit from the 3rd type of channeling, which is trance channeling. This is when the channel actually steps out of their body into a light realm, into a safe space, but consciously the channel actually leaves in order for the higher dimensional guide, higher guide entity, depending on who and what they're channeling, to step in to their life stream, to take over the body functions, and to then channel through. This is how Jane Roberts, who channeled Seth back in the day, channeled. Abraham also channels this way, as well as Bashar. So that is trance channeling, where the channel actually steps outside of their body and the spirit being steps in to directly speak through. So just to recap, intuitive channeling, you're all there, and you are speaking, and that language is intermixed with the guidance. Conscious channeling, you are fully conscious and present, stepping aside, allowing a clear message from spirit to flow through, and then trance channeling, where the channel fully leaves their body and the spirit guide or higher dimensional being essentially takes over, speaking through a message. Now, when it comes to clarity, it really depends as to the channel's level of clarity about which of these methods is going to be the most clear and the most accurate. It's not a clear 100% trance channeling is clearer or conscious channeling is clearer. The clearer the channel is means the less of their ego mind they mix into the message, and the more direct the message from the guide or angel flows through. So sometimes people are trance channeling and may say, "Greetings indeed, I am Archangel Metatron and I am here," and yet there is much of their ego that's mixing in, to the point where someone unknowingly, intuitively channeling could actually be relaying a clearer message. So this is one of the most confusing things about channeling, and why discernment is critically important when listening to channeled material. And really, discernment is critically important when listening to any material, any spiritual material, anything in this world. It's important to discern on multiple levels. Is that guidance for you? Is it helpful? Is it true? Is it uplifting? Is it something you want to listen to and integrate, or not? Of course, at the level of the channeling, there then is the added layer of discernment of what type of being is speaking through. Are they a guide of the middle path of the highest Christed light, or are they overly spiritual or overly materialistic? And then, of course, how much of the ego mind of the channel is infiltrating that message, regardless of who the guide that is stepping forward and speaking through. Okay, so I hope this is helpful for you in clearing up some information about the three types of channeling. Again, comment below if you would like to learn more, especially about intuitive channeling and how to recognize if you're naturally opening up to this form of intuitive channeling through flowing divine guidance through you without even realizing it. If you would like to learn how to conscious channel as I channel, check out learningtochannel.org, an incredibly powerful course with the teacher I studied channeling with years and years ago, and so I highly recommend that. Learningtochannel.org. I will put a link in the description below. As always, I love and appreciate you. Any light you see in me is a reflection of the light in you. Keep shining, and remember that even if you're not channeling consciously or unconsciously, you are guided, and with awareness and opening your heart and clearing your mind and becoming aware of the moment, you can begin to tune in to the guidance from spirit, from your higher self, from your guides and angels and the ascended masters on your team, who are always available to love, support, and assist you in your life. All right, that's all for now. Thank you, I love you, I appreciate you. Give this video a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe here on YouTube if you have not already, and then I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.